Good morning. It's Linda and Carrie here this morning at Sierra Sewing, Quilting and Vacuums in Reno and Carson City, Nevada. And we are here for our What's New Wednesday, but we decided a new name last week.
And we can't remember.
We can't remember it. We just decided last minute. I was like, what were we going to rename it to? And I was like, well, let's go back and look at our video. And Jared said, too late. You're live. So Here we are. And if you can remember, please let us know. So we are here. Everything that we showed today is going to be 15% off. We always show some new fabrics that come in because every week we're getting new fabrics in every single week. And then we also show some different notions. Some of them are new, some of them are just reminders for you of what you need. This week we picked out some things, Carrie and I picked out some different things because we have the husbands, friends, and family and children coming in looking for stocking stuffers or a gift that maybe their sewer does not have. So we're here to try to provide those ideas for you. Again, 15% on anything we show from now until 9 o'clock tomorrow morning, no matter what time of the morning, day, evening, afternoon, anytime that you watch, you can go in and order at 15% off. And you can also go to our regular website. The things on there will not be 15% off, but they can add up to your total of $100 because once you hit $100, if you're shipping, the shipping is free. Okay, so did I forget everything? Because
nope, I think that was all.
We want you to share with your friends and family across the country because you never know what we have that they might want. So please share our site with them. That's the best thing that you can do for us, and we appreciate every single one of you. All right, should we start this morning with a quilt that we had as a store sample because we had the kits here. This was a very popular one.
It was. It went very fast.
It went very fast.
So this is the William Morris fabric collection that was produced by one of the manufacturers, and it's such lovely blues and greens. The quilt kit was called Hodgepodge. So if you're looking for this finished sample to purchase online, it is called Hodgepodge.
And the kit itself was $83.99. And it had the top and the binding and the instructions. We have the top, the binding, not the instructions because you don't need those anymore, but we have the backing, the batting, and the quilting done for you for $109.99 plus your 15% off. This one will go fast. I absolutely guarantee you. It's 60 by 72. $109.99 plus you get your 15% off. So that almost takes it back down to what the kit costs.
It has a beautiful kind of brown background or backing. So really pleasing colors for anyone. Yes, it's a very calming for your bedroom.
And let's show our other quilt, Carrie.
All right.
While we're at it. Another one that we have for sale that used to be a store sample.
So this one is called Cottage Pathway. Oops, I think, well, that's okay. We have it lengthwise, or the widthwise. This one is very floral. This was also super popular and sold out really quick.
It's a 58 by 67.
So it's a nice large lap size.
And it also was $83.99 as we sold it in the kit, which was just the topping and the binding. Now you get the backing, the batting, and the quilting done, and it is $104 plus your 15% off.
Yes, and here's the back. So a beautiful green color back.
We have a lot of combing today, don't we?
Kind of nice colors.
These could be gifts. These could be, again, we say it every single time. I hope we don't sound like a broken record, but these are perfect donation quilts that you want to give away if you need to give one away. And you don't want to pay the whole price that you would pay to make it yourself. This is a perfect way to do it.
Last minute Christmas gift.
Yes.
Yes, very nice.
Also.
All right, Cottage Pathway. That's what that one was.
We have a line of fabric that came in that it's a collection for a cause. It's called Essence. And I made it so it was going to be easy for us, Carrie.
Oh, okay.
So that we could just show these instead of holding the bolts out.
All right.
Yes, because I'm making fat quarters and I'm making jelly rolls out of this. They're not quite ready yet, but these are a lot of the different fabrics. If you want to just start showing them again.
All right. So the collection's called Essence. It's beautiful purples and greens. It's kind of a paisley floral.
Purple, greens, and some creams.
So we
Yes.
have the whole 20, we have 20 different fabrics. So here's the same one in a dark purple. It's really nice.
Oh yeah, I
plum
love the paisleys in these.
and green.
I'm not always a big paisley girl, but I really like the paisleys in these. And again, we'll be doing, what we do here at the store, we cut fat quarter packs of like 4 in a pack, so it's a yard of fabric. And then you can kind of pick and choose and maybe make it a little more affordable instead of having the big giant pack that they often come up with which has all 20 in them.
This collection has a nice variety of light, medium, and darks, and then also a great variety of different prints. So very easy to utilize this collection with any quilt pattern
Yeah, if you
or a
have,
bag.
if you have any of those 3-yard quilt books or patterns out there, like Carrie said, usually you want to try to pick a light, a medium, and dark with those. And this would be
this one is
very
really pretty.
easy to do
All right, I
with.
predict this one will sell out first. I think that's just a pretty flower.
And the browns. It does have some browns in it also. We forgot to mention those. And it's a nice chocolatey brown that goes really well in with the purples and greens.
This reminds me of grapes. It's not, but here's it in the brown, and then, oops, the cream.
And that's the 20 of them. They're all on our website, but we want you to also know that we did get the 5-inch squares, the charm pack, and it has 42 squares in it. And we also got the layer cakes, the 10-inch squares, which I love because on the back they show you all the different ways you can cut your charm pack your layer cake to make different shapes and create your own quilt. Okay, so that is it for the Essence beautiful line that just came in this week. And we want to, I can't remember, I think we showed this last week, not made because we didn't have it made. So I wanted to show it again. This is the Highland cow with his tongue. I don't know what he's doing with the tongue, whether he's, just licking his chops or
You better just go ahead and
Oh.
cut me a panel of those.
cut your panel.
Just one.
Well,
so
wait.
again, so this tote bag is a panel. So one panel will make this tote bag. Very easy instructions. If you've never made a bag, this is where you begin. You do need to purchase lining for this bag. So this tote, it is a lighter weight canvas material.
It is canvas,
It
yes.
is canvas material, and it even comes with a pocket label on the panel and the straps, but you do need to pick a lining if you want to
you want to
line
line.
your canvas
The-
bag. You don't have to.
The instructions on the panel will show you how to make the bag without lining. But if you want lining, we did, we could have picked out of either this green or the blue. We picked green, but if you're a blue person, you can see they both match
it's a perfect
perfectly.
match. It's really
And you'll need, if you want to buy the lining, 5/8 of a yard. Should do it 3/4 of a yard if you want to be really safe. If you're one of those, I gotta be safe, but these two. Now Jared just said to me, just cut him a panel. His wife loves cows.
Yeah.
But here's the good news for Jared and the sad news for you.
I think the other thing too is that she's gonna absolutely love the fact that he's picking his nose.
That's, I won't repeat what Jared said, so if you
Don't
didn't
worry,
hear
they
it, they heard it, okay. But this will never be for sale because Jared's wife's going to be gifted this one, so.
She might want to make it though, too.
That's true, she might, but if you're waiting on that
Yeah,
one
that's.
to go on sale.
That's gonna be a maker project.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
that's a good
Just
pro-
cut me
sewing.
one.
Yeah.
You could have two. Okay, so we're going to go on now to some Christmas gift ideas for your sewer or for you, for suggestions for your
To write down on your
loved
Christmas
ones.
list.
Yeah, for your
Yep.
loved ones for your Christmas list. So let's
Or the non-sewers. We can start with the non.
Yes.
So this is a great gift for anyone. Puzzles. Puzzles are good for husbands that have to sit and watch their wives sew, right? That need a hobby to keep out of the sewing room. They are quilting puzzles. So this is Lori Holt's Honeybee Garden. So this is her last quilt that we just released a little while ago. She has a new one coming soon. But this is Honeybee Garden quilt puzzle. It's 500 pieces. The finished size is 18 inches by 24 inches. So I'm going to go with pretty small. That's the actual size piece right there. Very nice, fun puzzle.
And this one we have shown, and we keep getting this. And also, I wanted to the price. This one's $9.99, and you get 15% off. What a great gift to give, even to your sewing friends. If you're hunting for something and you don't want to spend a lot of money, let's see, that would make it $8.50. And you have a few friends you want to buy them for. This is also Lori Holt. This one turns out to be 22 by 22. It's 500 pieces.
Okay, so for your quilting friends, a rotating cutting mat. A lot of quilters feel they don't need to invest in one of these. It is a wonderful, wonderful product. I learned the hard way. I went many
I was
years.
going to ask you. I was going to
I
ask
went
you.
a long time going, I don't need that. I'll just flip
Right.
around and I finally broke down and bought one, and wow.
Yes.
When you are squaring up half square triangles and you have to do 150 of them, your accuracy just increases because you're not moving your fabric, you're moving your cutting mat very easily. You're spinning each edge. So not only are you creating safety so that you're not trying to cut backwards and cut off your finger, you're also not moving your fabric, so you're getting less distortion and more accuracy. So these are the Sue Daly ones, and they come in 2 sizes.
The reality is too, is if you don't rotate it, and if you're rotating your fabric, if you're not doing that, you're dancing around your table.
You're cutting backwards.
First you'll be cutting this way, which is normal. Then you'll be cutting this way. And then, oh my goodness, how are you going to cut this way? But that's when you're dancing around your table, or you're trying to cut this way or this way. It just doesn't work out.
Yeah. It really saves in so many regards.
This is 16 inch.
And this is the 10 inch.
Yes.
So 2 great sizes.
And what I like about the Sue Daly over different ones that are out there is it does have a solid rotating base on it. There are some out there where only the center rotates, and you might get, when you're on your table, you might get a little wiggling going on. The Sue Daly will not be doing that to you.
Yes.
And it is also self-healing, which is always a plus for any cutting mat. And the rotation on it is very smooth. I like to say there's ball bearings in it, but I couldn't find anything that said it had ball bearings in it.
It sounds like there is.
But it does. So I don't know. I have to ask.
This is
Jared.
a really sturdy cutting mat too, to where
Extremely sturdy.
if you wanted to set this in your lap, if you were doing a small craft while sitting on the couch, this is sturdy enough to cut physically in your lap. It's a very
Quality.
sturdy, quality product.
Quality product, and we love having it here. I'm sorry?
Cutting in your lap.
Well, but you can use it for more than just cutting. So if you're tracing or you're doing like English paper piecing, or there's so many different crafts that you could use that for.
For stability. I'm going to go on to some of our embroiderers, machine embroiderers. We have the King Star threads that have come in. I have we were out of them for a while, and we got our golds and silvers back in. Carrie has
Here's
all
the Christmas.
Yes.
Here's the Christmas.
And Carrie has all the
They're all
colors
online.
online, so you can buy any of them. We just have a smattering, and there's different shades of gold. Here's the silver one, so you see that one. But I wanted to show. It's probably going to be hard to see on the camera, but there are different shades of gold also. So take a look at that. These people love these, because they are not breaking on them like a lot of metallic threads embroidery threads will for you.
So it's 1,000 meters. It's a polyester embroidery thread. It's metallic. It says Tex 24 on it, right? So
Tex 24 is about the same weight
As 40 weight?
40 weight.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. So it's
Tex
about a
is
40
just
weight.
different.
It's comparable to your Floriani, but we have had huge success.
Do you know where the sample is? We had a sample, an embroidered out sample of this. Well, I should have showed it. I didn't think of that, but
I'm getting ready to do a
the embroidered
trial
out.
on the long arm with this too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Carrie
yeah.
will have to report that back to us, doing it on the long arm.
I'm going to do a thread sample.
And staying with our embroiderers, I wanted to show these are another great gift that your embroiderers may not have. They are pressing mats, press-it pad, and it, if you use this to press over your embroidery or your applique, I just finished up a stocking for my grandson. It was all done by hand, and you just don't want to iron right on top of that because one of two things. If you accidentally have your iron too hot, you could melt something, and it keeps it from flattening it out. We have the Riley Blake one here, which is, let's see, 18 by 24 pressing pad. And then we also have the OESD press cloth. And it says it presses out the puckers on your embroidered fabrics, and again, keeps things from being crushed. And it just absorbs the steam, if you're using steam, to just get that perfectly look for your finished embroidery product.
All right, so I also grabbed the heat press batting tape. So this is something quilters don't take the time to invest in. So if you're a quilter, you have a giant stack of partial batting pieces.
Yes.
This
Don't
is
throw 'em away.
Yes, this is the easiest way to piece them back together. So basically, it's just a double-sided, very lightweight, fusible product that you're going to lay on one piece, and then you place your second piece over the top, and you lightly fuse them together. A lot of quilters are afraid that it'll create a lump in your quilt. It really doesn't. This product is very good at kind of melding the fibers together, and I have never noticed where you piece your batting.
And I used to
pieces together.
zigzag them
Yeah,
together.
that's impossible.
Yes.
Because who cuts their batting straight, right?
Yeah,
That's the first problem.
Yes, and who was it? This is
Yeah,
just so much
so
simpler.
much faster.
And to me, the zigzagging, you can kind of feel a little bit of, if you wanted to, inside of that.
Yeah, and
so.
it takes a whole lot more time. This
It
is so
takes a
fast. So
lot
this
more
is a
time.
great gift. Every quilter or sewer can use it.
Yes. We also have, always bring in at Christmas time, some sewing baskets. These are good for your new sewer. This is good for your traveling sewer, whoever needs to go into class sewer, whoever needs just a basket to keep things organized. This one has sewing notions on it. And they're in there with the pictures. It also
Those are in the
has
tray, yeah.
a plastic insert, so you can put lots of bigger things in there. And your smaller, your needles, your bobbins, a space for your bobbins, small scissors. Always a nice little gift for your
This
sewer.
is a favorite gift. Husbands love to come in and get
Yes.
these. So here's a little bit smaller one. So it still has the removable tray, and it has scissors on the top.
And this one is a lighter in color, more modern look to it. I like this one if you have someone that's a beginner sewer also, because what I like about this one is all the fun little goodies inside. I can't really take it apart, but there's some scissors in there, there's a thimble, some threads, and pins. Oh, and a seam ripper. Who needs one of those? But this also has a plastic insert that will come out, but it's a perfect example of what all you can put into that. And I see this lots.
A lot of people collect those too.
The
Sewing
sewing baskets, yes, yes. But I like that one for a beginner sewer.
All right, and the last thing we have is our Lori Holt Christmas ornament. This is actually a basket of yarn, so for our crossover knitters and crocheters.
It's so cute.
It's very cute.
It does not come with a display.
No, the display is separate, and I listed
Yes.
the display too. So
Yes.
this is a 11-inch ornament holder, and it's $23.99, but you get
But I have one of these on my
15%
Christmas
off.
tree. I just put
yes.
a little hook on
So
it.
yes, it
put on the
doesn't.
tree.
This is a traditional ornament that you can hang on your tree, and these are used for all kinds of,
The
displays.
display, yes, also. But
but very cute.
yes, I have the little yarn one on my tree because we have knitters also in my family.
Lori Holt Collectibles.
Yes.
All right.
We that's all that Carrie and I have today. We're going to go over to Jared to see what he has, specials he has for us today. And thank you for being with us today. Remember to like, share us, and let your friends know about our lives and everything that we have in here
Give
today.
us a call if you
any
need
questions.
helps.
Yes, our phone number is right below us. Give us a phone call if you have any questions, or just type them in and we'll get back to you. Over to Jared.
Oh, there we go. Alrighty, good morning, everybody. I have some specials. I know I've talked about this R65, wonderful R65 that I have here before, but I'm going to do a direct comparison to the competition at Dyson today, just to compare and why I absolutely love this vacuum. So, as I said, this is the Riccar R65, okay? This is a cordless stick vacuum from Riccar that I love. I cannot stress enough how amazing this vacuum is, okay? So I'm gonna go just basically through the points of each vacuum just to do brass tacks comparison, right? So just to make this a little bit easier, I'm gonna take this off the stand right now and just set it down, just so I have a little bit more area for me to work with, okay? So, very first thing to start off with is filters, okay? Both, and I'm comparing this directly to the one of Dyson's best-selling vacuums, which is the V15 Detect Absolute. It's right on their website, one of their best-selling stick vacuum, right? There are some vacuums that are below it, and there's definitely some vacuums above it that we'll touch on as well too, okay? But this is right in the middle of the ground. They're best-selling, and we'll just do brass tacks comparison, right? So the very first thing that I want to bring up is the filters, okay? So both vacuums have HEPA filters, okay? The difference is here on Riccar, I have two filters. So I have one filter there, and I have a second filter here, okay? Now, I love this compared to the Dyson filtration because these are a lot cheaper, right? A HEPA filter is a HEPA filter. If you're branding it as HEPA, the bottom line is it will filter out particles down to 0.1 microns. And for comparison, your average smoke, like wildfire smoke, campfire smoke, stuff like that, right, is approximately 3 microns. So when we're talking HEPA filters being able to filter down to 0.1 microns, that's really small, right? So HEPA filters, if you've got that branding, it's going to be equal. So the filters themselves are equal in Dyson and Riccar. The only difference here is that I like these a lot more because I've got two of them, and so that means they're more easily replaceable, whereas on the Riccar, it is one whole filter that is kind of built into the entire vacuum itself, which is expensive and hard to replace, right? So right off the bat, filtration on these, equal filtration, but better replacement on the Dyson, right? Or better replacement on the Riccar, right? All right, next up we have runtime. Runtime's simple. Both of these, the V15 and the R65, have up to 1 hour of runtime, okay? Both of these do that by a dust sensor per se. What both of these vacuums will actually do is they actually have a sensor inside of them that detect how much you are picking up, how much dirt and debris and everything else that you are picking up. If either vacuum sees that you are picking up a lot of stuff, you run into that pile of dirt or dog hair or whatever it is, it will kick the vacuum up to a higher suction just to get that debris cleared and into the dustbin, right? And then both vacuums will go back down to their low power suction, and that way you can have up to a 1 hour runtime, right? So like I said, both of them equal on that. Both of them have very easily replaceable batteries, and pretty much equal on that one. The only difference I have is when we go up on Dyson's vacuums, and we'll get to price comparison at the end, but when you go up the line in Dyson's vacuums, the only real difference is runtime, okay? So one of them has up to 140-minute runtime. However, it's like $400 more, right? With this guy, it's an easily removable and replaceable battery. So if you want to go from 60 minutes to 120 minutes, all you got to do is buy another battery. And trust me, this battery is not $400. So there's your quick comparison to going up the line, right? All right, next comparison is the waste bin. Both vacuums have a very large dust bin. Okay, so let me show you here. Both vacuums have a very large dustbin. The only difference is kind of the placement and what I can do with that dustbin. Dyson is saying that it's 0.2 gallons. Riccar is right at that same displacement as well too, okay? So the only difference, like I said, is kind of the placement and what I can do with it. So dustbin on the Riccar is very easy to use, whereas the dustbin on the Dyson is kind of a pain. You have to remove the wand to be able to dump it, and you can't do what I'm about to show you on this vacuum either. So hopefully there's, actually, can you grab me a trash can, somebody? Because I forgot to empty this before we actually started this. So I will do it upside down so it doesn't, actually no. I'll just wait. Thank you. So very first thing that you can do on Riccar is just empty the bottom, okay? Nothing too crazy, nothing special about that, okay? And then it closes back up. The only difference is that I can get the access to that at any time, right? Then what I love about Riccar that's different is I can remove this dustbin. See how easy that was? That was about a 1/16 of a turn to remove that. And then inside of here, we have our separator, basically. This piece in here, both vacuums have this. It essentially creates a vortex inside of here that allows the dust and debris to fall to the bottom, where the air continues to suck up and through the motor and back out and creates that vacuum, right? But it allows it so the debris doesn't get sucked into the filters and stuff like that, so they last longer, right? So this is where the true difference between Riccar and Dyson is. One, how easy that was to remove that. And secondly, now I can remove that. And if I'm really, like this is kind of dirty right now. I can take this to the sink, wash this out, and clean it. Same thing here. I can wipe it down. Don't wash it because you have your electronics in here still. But you can still wipe it down and get it really nice and clean. And then just let this dry out for, a couple hours, make sure it's completely dry. And then super easy to reassemble. There's lock, probably hard to see, but there's a lock and unlock in here. Just line it up with our arrow, put it back together, and then same thing here, line it up with the arrows, put it back together, and you're done. Dyson, you can't do that. So that's a huge difference to me in the dustbins alone, okay? Emptying them from here, I don't know, kind of a toss up there, but the ability that you have here to be able to actually clean and maintain this day to day and prevent those smells and stuff like that and make your filters last even longer, Riccar wins hands down to me. All right, next up is Dyson totes that they have a light or laser to illuminate the particles that are on the floor. So we're gonna go to a couple of attachments first of all. And these are the two floor head attachments that we have on this vacuum. Okay, I know it's kind of far away, but you can still kind of see on this guy. This guy is kind of your normal brush roll, like a carpet beater brush on this. And then over here, we have a soft bristle, okay? Now Dyson comes with both of these inside of the box, and that is where one difference we have between Riccar and Dyson. Riccar is a little bit better, but we're gonna get to that when we get to pricing, okay? So with both of these, we do have headlights on these guys to illuminate all that dust and debris and particles that are on the floor. So again, same, a little bit different just on how they look, right? But they both have it. One thing I do like about Riccar versus Dyson, Dyson only has a laser pointing from one side of their soft brush roll attachment, whereas Riccar has it ongoing on both sides, okay? Now, this is one thing I've learned in the tech department back as well too, how easy it is to clean these accessories, right? So this is the soft brush roll. All I have to do is I have a little tiny screwdriver here, which this in itself is a wonderful Christmas gift for those of you that are still looking. All I'm gonna do is just unlock this. It's about a quarter turn. eighth of a turn down here, and then I just pull that out, and that is released, and now my brush roll is out. Now, I love this because this is such a wide diameter of a brush roll that threads, hairs, stuff like that don't get caught on this. And now, I, of course, have a wife at home and 2 dogs at any given day, 4 dogs most of the time, and this is the vacuum I have at home, and I don't get any hair or anything stuck on this. It's incredible because it has such a wide diameter, it never gets stuck. And this is actually the tool I use most all the time, basically. Then putting it back in, you just match up the keyed end, and then again, match up the keyed end over here, put it back down, and lock it. Can't do that on Dyson. It's a pain to take that apart, okay? And on the brush roll, they make it even easier. With toolless, all I have to do is just push this button. It automatically releases. I think you guys can see that right there. Auto release like that. And then it just pulls out. Again, large diameter, minimal stuff building up on that. Put it back together and just line up those keys just by turning that brush roll. Make sure it sets all the way down and in, and then just rotate back up to click it in, okay? So back to the original laser thing, Riccar's got it as well too. No big deal, equal on those guys, okay? Now we're gonna get into accessories, okay? This is where there is a little bit of a difference between these 2 vacuums, okay? So I'm gonna bring my station back up, okay? So on this station, we have all of our accessories built into this, okay? We have, first off, a hard surface, or comes down and comes back up, bristled tool as well too. We have a little bit different shape, and what I like about this guy is these bristles are a little bit softer, so it's really nice if you wanted to get up on top of something. And additionally, this guy rotates as well too. If you need a little bit different angle, like maybe you wanted to get inside your windows or your blinds, something like that, you can rotate that to use that in a different way as well, okay? Attaches back onto the stand. Here we have a very large bristle for a hard surface tool, something like that. And this also has Riccar's, the best way I can kind of describe this is kind of like a Velcro hook, right? So if you guys didn't know how Velcro works, the soft side is just a loop, and then the hard plastic side is a hook, and when they come together, it hooks into that loop and it no longer comes apart, right? So this is what Riccar uses on all their pet stuff, and it's kind of, the best way to describe it is kind of like the hook side of Velcro. So it comes along and it hooks onto all those pet hairs, anything of the sort, and attaches it to that, and then it's easy to remove and clean. So it comes with that on Riccar, and then of course we have our crevice tool, okay? Now, Dyson comes with basically everything I just showed you, minus one of these tools. So it comes with 2 bristled tools, and it comes with 1 crevice tool. So you do get 1 more bristle tool with the vacuum, but other than that, those are the same. Now this is where there's a little bit of difference, okay? With Riccar, it only comes in the box. It only comes with the beater brush tool, okay? And you must purchase, well, not must, but I highly recommend it because this is by far my favorite accessory. You purchase the soft brush roll separately, but there's a caveat that I'm gonna get to in the end, so stick a pin in that, okay? So you do purchase that soft brush roll separately, okay? Where Riccar does win this is the charging stand, okay? Dyson only comes with a wall mount, basically from here up, that you can put onto the wall, hang your stick from there, and you're good to go, right? So this guy with Riccar just hangs there, and it's just like that on Dyson, okay? Now, where Riccar wins is it comes with a charging stand, which is really nice because as soon as I put it in here, this whole piece is charging, and if I put this all back together, if I put it the right way, it will go on there with all the attachments as well too, just like that. So it'll stand, you can have it in the corner of the room, in your closet, whatever you want to do, okay? Now, yes, you guys are like, well, it's not a wall stand. Dyson has a wall stand. or wall mount, I mean. Yes, Riccar has the wall mount as well too. All I have to do is remove it from this piece of tubing right here and then mount this to the wall, and now I also have a wall mount as well too. So Riccar wins that one with both the charging stand and the wall mount in addition to it. Okay, now let's rewind back to this guy and get to the final point of kind of what we're talking about in this comparison, and that is price, okay? MSRP on the Dyson is $849. That's a ton of money. Admittedly, it is on sale right now, down at $499. However, with a regular price of $849, okay? Full price on this Riccar is $499 without this, okay? We're gonna set, well actually it's on here, but we're gonna set that aside, okay? So $499, we have a sale price on it, ongoing sale price of $399. So immediately we are $100 less than what Dyson's current sale price is, right? And that changes all the time with Dyson. With Christmas and Black Friday and in the spirit of giving, I am reducing that sale price from $399 down to $349 from now until the end of the year. Okay, so if you guys are intrigued, this is a good time to buy this, okay? So $349 versus $499 current sale price of Dyson. And then we talk about adding on the soft brush roll. Soft brush roll is normally $80. We sell it at a sale price of $70. And then I am again bumping that one down an additional $10 through the end of the year for $59. So you do the math, $350 plus $60 equals $410. We are $90 cheaper than the same comparable vacuum over at Dyson, but you get more stuff with the Riccar, you get the same runtime, you get the same everything. So brass tacks, apples to apples, Riccar wins. I'm sorry, it's just better. Then when you compare it to the other vacuums that are out there, like I said, the vacuums that are higher in priced, all you get is more runtime. And I'm sorry, I am not going to spend $400 for double the runtime when all I have to buy is just an additional battery. And I don't have the exact numbers on that one, but I think it's right around $80 or $100. So yeah, just buy the second battery. So then you have up to an hour and 2 hours of runtime. Yeah, it's 20 minutes less, but it's also not $400 more than their higher priced vacuums, right? So yeah, hands down through and through, the Riccar is a better comparable vacuum. It's just a win. So if you guys need, if your husbands need a present for this year, this is a great present for them. So that way you can take care of that, and then you have a great stick vacuum that is around the house. And like I said, I have this vacuum at my house and I absolutely love it, and it does everything I could possibly ask it to do, right?
Kids at college too.
Kids at college, yes, this is a wonderful thing for kids at college. And I'm seeing a lot, I mean, it's common knowledge now, people are moving away from carpets a lot, right? Stick vacuum business is booming, so this is when you have to come in and get a quality stick vacuum for yourself, right? So you need a gift for your husband, or if your husband is clueless as to what to get you, as long as you don't get mad at him for him getting you a vacuum, this is a great gift for that as well too. So yeah, if you have any questions on that guy, bring it on down. Like I said, those sale prices, an extra $10 off on the soft brush roll and an extra $50 off the unit through the end of the year as well too. $410 before tax, and these are shippable. So I just can't publish those lower prices on my website due to MAP policies. However, if you just call in and ask about it, we can get that shipped out for you. Not a problem at all. All right, so now I'm gonna move this and go on to the other couple things that I have for some good specials, gifts for people in need of gifts. And that is my table that I have been on this whole time as the very first thing. Now let me raise that up a little bit. And this is the Singer Ironing and Crafting Station. I love this ironing board. This is, you saw the entire time I was on there how sturdy this piece was. If I was on a regular ironing board, for one, I wouldn't have the surface area, but it also is not as stable as this guy. This guy is beefy, I will tell you that. And yeah, it's a little heavier, but reality is how often are you actually moving your ironing board? Not that much, especially you quilters, you guys have it up all the time, right? So let's go through what I love about this. In comparison for a quilter, we don't have that stupid point that you have on a regular ironing board, which is great for clothing, terrible for you guys. So on this, we have a huge, just rectangular area, which is wonderful for those larger pieces that you need to get ironed, right? And on top of that, it is a large surface. We have approximately, I'd say about 6 or 8 inches longer, and it's definitely about 3 or 4 inches wider than your average ironing board as well too. And then it comes with an iron rest down here on the end, silicone tray, so you can set your iron down there, and I believe this can switch sides. Yes, it can. It can go on either side, so whatever side you have your room set up on, you can move that to either side. Now down here, I forgot to cut the zip tie, but there is, if you see this little knob right here, a little tiny drawer, which is nice if you want to pull out and keep a small ruler in there, something like that. To be able to get easy access to small things on there. So I love this. It's tall. I mean, you see how tall it is sitting up right now. It's great. And even at that full height, it's very nice and sturdy. So MSRP on this ironing board is $4.99. We normally sell it down at $3.99, but also for that Christmas spirit through the end of the year, I'm gonna knock an additional $20 off of that down at $3.79. Downside is for $3.79, I am not going to ship that. If it is a huge box. If you do want this shipped, just give us a call and we'll get you a quote on that. So if you're here in town locally and want to pick up, an additional $20 off of that is a great deal for this ironing board. Okay, 2 other things to talk about. First thing coming up is, again, I'm going to remind you guys every week because there's always hopeless husbands that come in on the 23rd and even the 24th when we close at 3 o'clock. They come in at 2:50 and get some of them gift cards. So gift cards, come on down. Reno, Carson City, they do not expire. You can put whatever dollar amount you want on the plastic physical gift card. Or if you don't want to come on down, you can go to our website, sierrasewing.com, and right on the top navigation bar, there is a navigation link that says gift cards. Click that, and then you can choose your dollar amount that you want to put on there. Only downside is I do have to put set dollar amounts on there, so you got to choose one of those. You can buy multiple, but you got to choose one of those dollar amounts. So go on there and purchase that, and then it will give you it will send you an email with a physical barcode, which we can scan inside of the store and take care of your gift card in that sense. Again, does not ever expire, so a great little stocking stuffer or something that you want to do. And then last but not least is, let me get my out of the way here. I've got so many cords today. There we go. Is full roll of batting right here. Now, again, talk about the sturdiness of this ironing board. This is a pretty heavy roll of batting. So, full roll of batting, if you guys didn't know, here down at Sierra Sewing, we consistently basically always stock 100% cotton, bamboo, and 80/20. Those are our main staples of batting, okay? And you can come in and cut it by the yard off of, let me take that back. Those are our main staples of batting on the roll, okay? We have other package batting that we basically always carry, like polyester and stuff as well too, but on the roll, those 3 are our main staples. And we carry them both in 96-inch for your queen size and 120-inch for your king size, okay? And then come in and you can purchase yardage if you'd like. Otherwise, if you need a really big present to give to somebody, and I mean just size, is always at Sierra Sewing here, we always do 30% off of full rolls of batting. So if you know that you want one of those rolls, just give us a call ahead of time because this is in storage. We don't keep it in stock here. So we would have to bring it in, not a problem at all. But just give us a heads up and you get 30% off a full roll of batting. So quick math, I mean, this one is 120-inch, 80/20, $12.49 a yard, times 30 yards is roughly $260. less 30% is roughly $75 off. So you're coming down to $190 something. Don't crucify me if that was wrong, but that's rough math there. So that's a screaming deal. Come on down. It's a good time to take advantage of that stuff and stock up for the year of whatever you need to do. So 30% off of full rolls. And that, I think, is everything I have today for Christmas specials. So if you guys have any questions, like Linda and Carrie said, our phone numbers are down at the bottom of the screen. If you want those extra special prices on that R65, just give us a call and we'll take care of you. Either in Reno or in Carson City. And of course, like, share, and subscribe to our videos so everybody gets to join in on the fun. Other than that, thank you guys very much, and we will see you all next week.